Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 119 and today I have got some good news and I have also got some bad news. The good news is that I went camping this week in my VW bus, which I absolutely adore, with my girlfriend and my dog, who both of which I absolutely adore, and here are some pictures, which are hopefully going to sweeten you up for the next piece of information that is coming now. I have totally shot myself in the foot this morning. I'll be honest, I've been looking at vintage camera lenses on the internet and, well, you know, 1 hour turned into 6 hours and now I've only got 7 hours to make this Hermitcraft episode, which sounds like a lot, but I can promise you, compared to normal, it is not. So I thought I'd have some fun with it, and we could kind of rush around as like a time trial type thing. How does that sound? Does it sound fun? It's kind of your only option right now. But briefly back over to the vintage camera lenses, I have a lovely new set on the way. I can't wait to use them. Back on to Minecraft related things, there are zombies all over the place in my trading hall. That is worrisome, but we're not going to worry about it right now. Okay, there's loads of things that we need to do in here. Thing number one is to actually set up my entrance properly. We built in the door, that was looking great, but I want to set up some form of control panel and also, I guess, potentially do some green proofing. Actually, now that I think about it, doing some green proofing wouldn't go amiss here. I have just wasted so much time looking for this shulker box here. Why do I not take these things with me? So stage number one is to make this thing waterproof, which I have done after 3 spillages that destroyed the redstone door, always entertaining. So now that is looking like that. And I'm thinking we actually build an old school color combination lock to get into this place. I have not built one of those in ages, but it seems like a fun project to work on. Especially because I've had to work really hard on actually making the combination lock green proof as well, because I imagine the first thing that Grian will do when he sees this setup right here, these trapdoors, is he will just hold down the right click button. And if everything goes to plan, it should never break. And that is quite satisfying to use. So all we have to do is move the trapdoor to move the combination lock through, because of course it's going to be underwater. The trapdoors can be waterlogged, which means that we have an input that actually works underneath the ocean. And it works as fast as this. Now obviously with this current setup, we don't have that many possible combinations. In fact, it's only 6. But as you can see, I've got input set up for a second module that can go directly next to it. And with the pair of them, we've got 36 possible combinations, which isn't crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely crackable. But for the average person, or Grian, we're fine. So Iskal, I hope you're taking note. I think I deserve a few points for security. I would say the likelihood of me breaking into the redstone of the 3x3 door once again is fairly high right here. I mean, I'm clearing out the space for our combination lock. And yeah, I'm expecting to wash it all away. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. Now we need to start placing in all of the redstone. So I guess the inputs will go on this side here. Then we'll have all the colors. And then we'll actually have the security circuit itself. Now, I am aware that we have built a combination lock in a glass chamber. The reason I've done this is because I kind of want to give Grian a chance to see if he can actually work out the redstone. I think that would be really interesting. How's all of this looking then? So I decided to go for cyan terracotta just because, well, it looks good with white concrete and it fits in with the theme of the rest of the base. And that is surprisingly actually a lot of the redstone done. I'm just trying to work out, so that goes there. How is that being powered? Or is there just... is it something like that? I'm sure that will do it. I mean, is that it? It looks like I'm missing... oh, well, obviously I'm missing the blocks of the actual piston tape. I suppose that will fill in a lot of the space, but this seems remarkably simple. Until it wasn't. Because I can't count, apparently. I don't know how I've done it, but I've managed to make this entire container a little bit too small, which means that I have to make this whole redstone contraption 2 blocks narrower. And it was already pretty tiny. But thankfully, after racking my brain for a little while, I managed to get it up and running. So now we just need a pair of trapdoors. That's going to be our inputs. And let's give this thing a whirl. I am a little bit nervous because I'm just waiting for it to break itself and launch a block out the side and then waterlog the entire thing. Okay, trapdoors going in. Well, that's not the best of starts. It's already... Oh good, it's already broken itself. Sometime later, it should now all be fixed up and ready to go. So if I flick this... It's still broken. Sometime later, once again, it is now finally all working. I think at full speed. I'm very scared to do the green test, but I suppose we have to. It seems to be working. And it is quite satisfying to do the green test, I've got to say. I mean, I can understand why he does this sort of thing. By the way, we only have 3.5 hours left at this point in time. Is it always the case that there's no smooth lighting underwater? I feel like that's not always the case. It's just that ever since I got my new computer, I seem to occasionally get blocky lighting. And I've looked through all the settings, and it seems to be fine. Everything's switched on, everything's looking good. What's happening here? I just spent half an hour solving the most stupid problem thanks to comparators being totally broken, but I won't talk about that. My piston door is now fully hooked up to my combination lock. So if we just get the orange block to come across, then the piston door opens up and we now have access to our villager trading hall. And then if we change the combination at all, you can see that the piston door shuts. Finally, that is completed. I never want to see this circuit again. Seriously, so much time was wasted just head scratching with that one. Anyway, this area behind us here, it's not the same as this area on this side here. They're asymmetrical. It's been driving me nuts. I need to fix this one up so that it works properly. Bottom half has been completed. Top half is almost done as well. Now we will have a full system that is ready to start taking villagers. Where's that guy gone? That's concerning. Where has that guy gone? We're a villager down. The only way that that possibly could have happened is that a zombie killed it or transformed it and then he despawned afterwards, but they're all renamed. By the way, this side is now done. I think I'm going to do a quick experiment. Okay, so let's drop this guy down here. I don't really need him anyway, so we can afford to lose him. If he then gets converted into a zombie, we'll then fly away and we'll see what happens. Even though he's renamed, does he despawn? I would say this is probably far enough away. Let's go a little bit further. And now we look. If he is missing, then we have a serious problem on our hands. I mean, I guess in a way, it's the same as it's always been. The villagers aren't safe. We have to be wary. But they're kind of more unsafe than they were in the past because we are actively going to be transforming them into zombies. And then we're going to be turning them back into villagers. If I disconnect from the server or anything happens while one of these villagers is a zombie, we're going to lose it. What if I'm trying to get my mending prices down? Or any of these. And then I disconnect from the server due to connection problems. And then I log back in and it's gone. I mean, I guess that's part of it. I guess there's nothing we can do. There is literally nothing we can do about that. They're renamed. But that does not help us here. Oh, I'm going to have to inform Iskal because I feel like he needs to know about this too. I also feel like we really need to light up this entire room now and make sure that nothing can spawn. Because otherwise, not only are we going to lose points in the competition, but more importantly, we're going to start killing our villagers. And that's bad, okay? Because the end goal for this whole competition isn't the 200 diamonds, really. It's to have an awesome trading hall filled with awesome villagers. You know, I always show you guys this thing from the inside, but it's actually quite satisfying to watch from the outside. To look at this madness. I haven't watched this in a while, actually. I kind of miss having a Guardian farm. I had one in Hermitcraft Season 5. Haven't touched them in Hermitcraft Season 6. Things have gone real south. Oh my word. Okay. I fell in a hole that seems to have all the mobs in it. Alright, yeah, a lot of mob proofing still needs to be done here. Dude, this is bad news. Those guys can despawn. Oh my word, it's my respiration 3 and efficiency 5. Do I have any golden apples? Oh, no! I've got the weakness potions. I don't have the golden apples, no! Well, I definitely think I'm going to learn my lesson here. I've got my golden apples from my base, but I think the likelihood of those villagers still being there is about 0. Here we go. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Genuinely heartbreaking. Long story short, mobs can spawn on pistons. Okay, remember that, because it might bite you one day. Okay, I have just spent a bunch of time looking around this thing, making sure that none of it can house any mobs. I think we're now all clear. I think everything is fully lit up, and nothing should spawn, and we shouldn't get any repeats of what's just happened. This video is now releasing an hour late, so we have got 1.5 hours left. One of the things that I really want to work on is my villager request circuitry, because currently every single time I want a new villager in the system, which if I keep killing them is going to be quite frequently, I have to go all the way over to my villager breeder and hit a button by the dispenser. It's not very 21st century, so hopefully we can set something up smart here. Now originally I was going to run a redstone line underneath our minecart rail, but then I thought if I could send the message through observers, then we wouldn't have to worry too much about water because, well, observers are kind of like a pipeline for redstone signals. It will be a single tick redstone signal, and it won't be the fastest thing in the world, although we can make it 3 times as fast by mixing in blocks and droppers, but it seems like a smart solution. Right, that is now done. How does it look? You can barely notice it. If anything, it actually looks quite cool. So we have got kind of like a pipeline of a redstone signal that is traveling along underneath all of those minecart rails, and it makes its way into the dispenser. The only thing that I have to do is I've got to power the powered rail in front of the dispenser so that when we actually shoot this thing, the minecart will travel along, and then we need to connect up an input that is going to run into this first observer at the front of this, and then I think we're just going to do a regular redstone line underneath the island here. And if I seem distracted there, it's because I am. What, Kubo, what are you doing? I can hear a shuffling going on out of eyesight. 2 things. I have totally run out of redstone. I have absolutely no redstone dust or redstone blocks left. This is everything that I have. And also, I've lost my redstone box, which is not helping the situation. And we don't have much time left. And I think that clip shows how well I do under pressure, because I have a witch farm. It automatically produces... What have you just done, Kubo? Smashed a pot? Yeah, he smashed a plant pot. It automatically produces redstone. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore the plant that has just been smashed all over the floor. There's soil everywhere. Who would get a dog? Alright, everything should now be connected. This is looking very 2012 redstone-y, but it's never going to be on show, so it doesn't matter. So let's do some testing, shall we? If we activate this bottom dropper down here, what happens? Okay, so I heard a redstone signal travel. But there's no sign of a villager. Huh, 45 minutes left to go. Why exactly has this not fired? The dispenser did not shoot out a minecart. Let's track it back. Those observers should be working. Those observers should be working. This is all looking correct. This is all looking correct. This is all looking correct. Correct. I'm not seeing anywhere that there could potentially be an issue. There is literally nowhere. There it is, right here. So now that we've solved that, let's give a full test of the system. I'm definitely nervous for this, but there is no reason why it shouldn't work. Okay, there's no reason why it shouldn't work. It's not going to be the fastest thing in the world, alright, because we've got to wait for a minecart to travel all the way. That's probably multiple hundred blocks, okay, that has to travel. So there's that. And then there's also the fact that the redstone line has some delay in it. But our villagers arrived! Two of them. Two villagers have arrived. Okay. Oh, of course. Yeah, because... Yeah, that makes total sense. The dropper gives an observer signal on powering and also depowering. Okay, so we need to shorten the pulse, but it works. It functions. My organization has reached the point where it's now faster for me to actually craft a piston than go out trying to find my redstone box. Yeah, that might just be a new low for me. Right, the next thing I want to do in today's Hermitcraft episode is I actually want to use these 2 villagers right here to hopefully try my best to replace my Respiration 3 and my Efficiency 5 villagers that I originally did have. We have half an hour left, which probably isn't enough time, to be honest with you. I've just realised I have slightly longer than I thought because I've just recently got a really powerful computer that can render full Hermitcraft episodes in 8 minutes. That's crazy. It used to take 35 minutes, so we might have time. Do we have Sharpness 5 yet? I don't think we've got Sharpness 5 yet. That seems like it could actually be smart to have. Okay, we'll stick with that. After standing around for what felt like forever, I've realised that actually there's no minecarts left in the system. That's not great. We might need to add in some form of redstone lamp. I have had mending. I have had silk touch. I have had everything good, but I have not had... I was hoping that it would be it. I have not had Efficiency 5 or Riptide 3. Come on. Okay, look. Just pretend that didn't happen. This is the one. No, it's not. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Finally, we got there. Right, let's buy some bookshelves. That has locked in that trade right there. Hit the button. He drops through. And... Oh no. Okay, we're good. He took a little bit of damage. Okay, fine. But we're good. So now it's just Efficiency 5. The one that I never ever see. Oof, we just got another one that I don't think we've got yet. Protection 4? Protection 4. Oh yeah, that's definitely one that I've been waiting on. Oh, fantastic. I just transported him without looking in his trade. That was a bold move. 14 minutes to go, and I am currently unable to trade with this dude or change up his trades. So we have got 1 day left. 1 more villager cycle. Ooh, this is my life currently. I have the hiccups, and we only have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to power... I thought we had Fortune 3, but apparently we don't. So, I'm gonna get it. You know what? I think hiccups actually add something to the video. They're quite entertaining. You see, it's funny. I feel like I'm failing right now, but we've got ourselves a bunch of really good new villagers that we didn't have previously, but the fact that I don't have Efficiency 5 is bugging me. I'm gonna do 1 more cycle of trades. I apologize for this episode being late. I will take it. I'll take it for now. Efficiency 4. Efficiency 4 is good enough for me. It's not quite the glorious end that I'd hoped for today's Hermitcraft episode, but it's a semi-glorious end. It's a happy end anyway. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this one. It's been stressful. It's been so stressful. It's so difficult recording Hermitcraft episodes when there's a time limit because things take as long as they take with Hermitcraft. Sometimes you have episodes that take maybe 8 hours to record. Sometimes you have ones that take 16 hours to record. It's just how it goes. Whew-wee. Anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. And you know what? Today's episode bit special. We've got music at the end today, courtesy of Ellie Beatmaker. It's outro time. It is outro time. Outro time. It is. It's outro time. Outro time. Outro time. It is. It's outro time. It is outro time. Outro time. It is. It's outro time. Outro time. Outro time. It is.